Hello, I'm Veronica and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about living with diabetes and having a significant emotional impact and what that does for the person who has diabetes, right? There are certain stress levels that people have that may be challenging for them, being that they having diabetes, right? And of course, you want to be able to manage your stress level. You want to be able to manage your anxiety. You don't really want those things to affect your situation. So I'm going to give you some strategies on how to deal with it, right? First of all, you have to accept that you have diabetes. Then you have to accept how are you going to cope with these diabetes, right? With this diabetes. And you want to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to settle this condition that you have. And it can be emotionally challenging, right? Because with being a diabetic comes a lifestyle change. Now your lifestyle is not like it used to be. You can't do the things that you used to do. You can't eat the kind of foods that you want to eat, right? You have to pull back, right? If you want to live and live a long time, you have to have those dietary changes. You know, can no longer, just go to the fast food. You can no longer just, say I'm just going to eat a Snicker bar, right? Those things are out of the question now, right? So now you have to say, well, now instead of eating those foods, now I have to worry about what kind of medications am I going to take. Am I a type 1, type 2 diabetic? Am I a type 2 or type 1 diabetic with just a pill? Or am I actually taking insulin with this diabetes, right? It comes with certain conditions that you're going to have to deal with and cope with. And the most important thing is that you want to be able to control your anxiety. You want to be able to control your stress levels, right? That's very important. And the second thing is with diabetes, you want to be able to educate yourself. You want to understand the ins and outs of diabetes. You want to be able to help yourself and hopefully other individuals who may have diabetes. You want to be in control of yourself, right? You want to reduce any anxiety that you may have, right? And learning more about your blood sugars and how they operate. You want to take your blood sugars at least before in the mornings when you first wake up. You want to take it before every meal or after every meal. And then, of course, you want to know what your numbers are at night, right? And that's very important because if you don't know your numbers, then you don't know where you stand. If you don't know where you stand, it could be danger, 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 and you don't want danger, right? You want to be able to make sure that you're taking your medications, you're eating the proper foods. And I will say this much here. If you're eating the proper foods, you don't even need the medication. But I am not a doctor. Don't follow my advice. But I'm just saying for me, I'm not going to say you won't need the medication. Maybe you won't need as much if you're managing your foods and what kind of foods you're eating. If you're going on a raw vegetable diet, it is the best, right? It is the best way to deal with any kind of diseases, right? Then you get a chance to clear the body of the toxins, right? You're clearing up all that mucus and all that whatever's in there. You're getting rid of it, right? And the body has the ability to, and thank God for this, has the ability to heal itself. You just have to give it the right fuel in order for it to heal on its own. And you definitely want to do that. You want to eliminate any complications that you may have. You want to empower yourself. You want to make sure that you're living an active life, doing the most, as the young people say. You're just doing the most. right now. You want to make sure that you are caring for yourself, right? You want to make sure that you're, you know, going out your way to make yourself look beautiful. You want to go out and make sure you're taking care of your skin, taking care of your hair. You wanna stay. I say stay in the now, right? With the younger people, right? That's why I always say I love the millennials because they keep you in the now, right? They tell you, hey, this is what's going on. This is how we do it. This is how it is. And so I like to hang around the millennials, and they're good people. So yeah, you want to make sure you're managing yourself, making sure you're getting the proper foods and the proper exercise, making sure your emotional health is good, right? You want to make sure that your emotional health is good. It's essential because mentally, how can you take care of yourself? How can you take care of yourself if you're not mentally okay? This is something that we have to keep in mind. In today's time, everything is expensive. The mortgage, the rent, the internet bill, the phone bill, the phones, right? Especially if you want an iPhone, you want to be in the now. Those iPhones can be very expensive, right? Into the thousands. But hey, you want to make sure that you're doing what you have to do to make yourself okay mentally. You want to eliminate any stress or anxiety that you may be experiencing. And if getting a cheaper phone is going to be good for you, then get the cheaper phone. If getting a cheaper car insurance is going to be easier for you, then do that. Whatever it's going to take to make things easier for you. Yeah. So, I wish that they sold internet service based on the use and not just a flat rate each month, right? Because then I could really save some money because I only use the internet certain times of the day, certain times of the hour, and I probably would need just maybe like 5 or 6 hours per week. I'm just thinking. But I understand that, that's not the way it goes, right? So just saying about self-care, right? Certain things that you can do to manage your self-care. You can make sure you eat the right things. Make sure you're looking good. Making sure you're feeling good. You're getting the exercises. You're doing the deep breathing and the meditations. And you're being mindful of what's going on with you, in you, and around you, right? You want to make sure that you're engaging in hobbies and activities that make you happy. Because I'm a firm believer laughter is good for the soul. Laughter is good medication. This weekend here, I was on the phone with a gentleman and I laughed so hard. Oh my goodness. I almost fell laughing, right? And I call him the trash talker, and he knows who he is. But he had me laughing so hard until I had really, really enjoyed the conversation. And that's what we need. We need more laughter. We need more time doing things that we enjoy. You may say, well, I just want to go to the beach and just put my foot in the water. I may just want to go and have a picnic with a family member or my children or a friend or whoever the case may be. Do something that you can do that's going to bring joy and relaxation in your life. You want to make sure there's a balance there, because without that balance, there's no way you can overall improve your health and your mental health as well. Equally important, right? Then you want to make sure that you're seeking professional help, right? You want to get a nutritionist, right? You want to get somebody who's able to coach you in the gym, right? You want to make sure that you're getting that professional help. Even a mental psychologist, right? A therapist, somebody who can talk you talk with you about your day-to-day activities, right? And I'm sorry, I got a gnat in here. So I don't know. Anyway, making sure that you talk to someone about your problems and how you're being affected on a daily basis, right? Because sometimes we know that with certain health conditions, people are isolated, right? And they don't have anybody to talk to. They don't have anybody to say come to their rescue, right? And sometimes those things can be very hurtful. If you don't have a great support system, right? And that's one other thing. You need a great support system. So your mental health coach may be a part of your support system. The man at the gym who does that type of thing may be a part of your support system. A girlfriend or some guy friend may be a part of that support system. So it varies. It could even be the person at the grocery store behind the register. They looking at what you're eating and what you're buying, what you're purchasing, and they may say, oh, and maybe next time you can try this, or maybe next time you can try that, or if you like, I can go grab that for you. You want to support comes in all form and fashions, and we definitely want to make sure that we're relieving as much stress as we can. And sometimes that is about getting a professional help, excuse me, about getting counseling, and supporting of our stress level and anxiety level, and definitely our emotional challenges that we have on a daily basis. You want to make sure that you modify your behavior. You want to be positive. Try to waking up every day with expectations. I do. I wake up every day with expectations. I don't know how God is going to bless me. I'm like, God, you have permission to woo me. Woo me. Yes. I want him to woo me. I want him to blow me away. And I want him to just bring things and people into my life that I can say, wow, I didn't expect that. And I think sometimes God just promises, oh, not promises, but allow us to experience things like that sometimes. Whereas we're not even thinking that he's going to bless us in a certain way. He's not going to bring a certain person into our lives but God surprises us. He gives us what we need. He gives us what we can handle, right? Much is given, much is required. But if you have very little, just be grateful for what you have, just be grateful, right? And also, I'm going to also say that, when it comes down to having diabetes, you want to set goals. What are your goals, right? What are some of the problems that you're having to solve, right? I know with me personally, I'm having to be concerned about what kind of foods can I eat, right, that I won't get bored with. What kind of drinks can I have without getting bored with it? And I just had that situation, that thought a few minutes ago. I wanted something to drink, right? And I'm like, what can I drink? Okay, so I have a juice in here, but the juice had been in there so long. Oh my God, I dared not even try to even drink that juice. I ended up pouring it down the sink. And I just threw it away. It's one of those coconut water things, right? And it's been in there so long. Anyway, so what I ended up doing is making me some cinnamon tea. I don't know if you guys have ever tasted cinnamon tea, but it is the bomb. You don't even need sugar with cinnamon tea. You don't. You just brew that tea. And what I like to do is at night before I go to bed, I'll boil me some water and put maybe 1 or 2 cinnamon tea sticks in my cup and let it sit overnight. And in the morning when it has cooled down, I'm just, oh my God, just beautiful, right? Just tasty, nice. I don't need any sugar. I'm tasting all of the cinnamon and the fragrances. Oh my God, it smells so good. So, you don't always have to have a sugary drink. You don't have to have, as I said, iced coffee and all this stuff with low fat, low sugar. No, cinnamon water. Cinnamon water. You can't go wrong with cinnamon water. You don't need anything with it, right? I mean, if you wanted to, you probably can add maybe like some vanilla flavor, but why even do that? You don't even need to do that, right? Cinnamon and water, and just drink it as a tea. You don't even need no sugar, nothing with it. You want to make sure that you're managing your diabetes. You want to make sure that you're managing your blood sugars and that you're managing your problems that you may have on a daily basis that you have to concord with. You trying to eliminate as much as possible. And the main thing is that you want to be aware of what's going on with you, what's going on around you, and what's going on with your health. You want to do that, right? And I just say manage yourself the best way you can, right? Get educated, seek professional help, learn to problem solve yourself, right? You want to make sure you do that. And not only that, when you've done the work, when you've done the work and you can say, I feel good about myself, reward yourself. Yes, you deserve it. Reward yourself and do something nice for yourself, right? You want to make sure you do that. You want to celebrate your small victories. Don't wait for the big victories. Celebrate the small victories. Today you ate good? Oh, wow. Celebrate. Today you chose cinnamon tea versus an ice drink full of sugar. Celebrate. Yeah, celebrate. And give yourself a little pat on the back. On the shoulder, rather. You want to pat yourself on the shoulder and, just make sure you're celebrating your achievements because they are important. They are important that you celebrate yourself. It is important that you know where you stand. And you don't need the next person to help you to celebrate you. You celebrate yourself. Hey, I am me. I am what is going on right now. I am in control of what goes on with me and how I'm eating and how I'm dealing with life. And, yeah, I'm in control. Not somebody else, but I'm in control. And that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we're in control of our lives. We want to make sure that we're boosting our energy. You want to keep your energy level high. You want to keep that frequency up high, right? You want to do that because all of that is going to help you to boost your confidence. Yes, I said confidence. If you don't have confidence in yourself, who do you expect to have confidence in you, right? Not the next person. You do. You have to have confidence in yourself. We're all unique. Even though we have diabetes, we're all unique. We all have our own, we all have our own unique ways of doing things. We all have our own unique needs. We all have our own unique lifestyles. So you as an individual, you have to do what's good for you. Okay? That's the takeaway. Do what's good for you. Make good decisions. Don't let anybody throw you underneath the bus. Don't make yourself feel bad because you had a bad day. And just because you started off with a bad day doesn't mean that it has to end bad. You can say, well, you know what? I had an awful day today. I stopped that fast food restaurant and got that burger and fries, and I know it wasn't any good for me. But then you know what? You can say, well, you know what? Tonight I'm going to have a salad or I'm going to have some fruit and I'm going to drink some water. So you don't, just because you got on a bad way, because that comes with poor planning. If you don't plan to your meals ahead of time, you can fall into those situations, and you don't want to fall into those situations. You want to make sure that you're managing yourself the best you can, especially with diabetes or any health conditions, right? You want to make sure that you're doing whatever you can to eliminate that stress and to be happy and healthy. And those are my strategies, my tips for managing your diabetes and your emotional level. You want to make sure you do that, okay? Thank you for watching my channel. If you can, please like, share, and subscribe. This is a new channel for me, and hopefully I can start uploading videos more, maybe twice a week, but I'm going to say at least once a week for now. And if it's anything that you would like for me to discuss, if you have any questions about me personally, like who I am, who is Veronica, I'm more than willing to answer all of those questions. Just leave a comment or a question below, right? And I hope to see you soon on the next video. Take care, and God bless you, and I love you. Take care.